Bienvenidos al curso English for UABC Module 11 Intermediate Level. Mr. Garcia arrives with a box with a gift in it. Fer asks about the box contents. They talk about the characteristics of the wine. She practices comparing things and present simple.
Mr. Garcia, do you want me to help you?
Oh no, I'm fine like that, Fer. Thank you very much.
That big box looks really heavy. What is it?
Oh, well, it's a gift I received. It's a couple of bottles of wine.
I see. Do you like wine?
Well, very much.
Why?
Well, because you can identify different aromas and flavors.
I only know red wines and white wines.
Well, red and white is a general classification, but the taste depends on the type of grape and the place of production. Let's talk about red wines. Well, wines come from different countries. For example, we have Spain, the wine is Spanish, and the characteristics are fruity and dry. And the grape that is used is Tempranillo. We also have Italy, and the wine is Italian, and the characteristics are fruity, aromatic, and clear. The type of grape is Nebbiolo. And we also have French wine from France, obviously, and it's dry, bitter, and rich. And the type of grape is Cabernet Sauvignon. It's an amazing French wine. Now, please, Fer, help me take a look at the Chilean wines.
Wines from Chile are soft, fruity, and spiced. Merlot is a Chilean wine. Wines from Argentina are soft, sweet, and rich. Malbec is an Argentinian wine.
Very good, Fer.
And white wine?
Well, it comes from white grapes, and it can be acid, aromatic, bitter.
Are there any Spanish or French white wines?
Yes, there are vineyards of white grapes in many countries.
Now I remember I have tasted rosé wine.
That's another variety.
And which one is very, very great?
You mean, which is the best?
Yes, the best.
Look at these pictures of cheese. This is big, this is bigger, and this is the biggest.
Please explain, Mr. Garcia.
Of course. Now look, Fer. We use comparatives in order to identify differences and similarities between two things.
I see. So, rosé wine has a strong flavor. White wine has a stronger flavor, and red wine has the strongest flavor.
Well understood, Fer. Now, take a look at this. When we have short words, this is how we compare. This is dry, this is drier, and this is the driest. However, when we have words with more than two syllables, this is how we compare. Rosé wine is traditional, white wine is more traditional, and red wine is the most traditional.
And are they cheap or expensive?
Well, it depends on various characteristics.
Like which ones?
For example, Special Harvest is more expensive.
Yes, I have heard that if a wine is older, it is more not insipid.
You mean it is less insipid? Now, notice that in this case we can say this is insipid, it is less insipid, or it is the least insipid.
I see. And which one is more complex to process?
Well, the processes are different, but all of them are complex. Fermentation is the main process, and people need to grow grapes under certain conditions.
And which are the most recognized wines?
I would say French, Chilean, and Argentinian.
In Mexico?
Wine production is carried out in Mexico too.
I suppose. I don't understand everything you say. Could you give me another example?
Yes, of course. The wine glass is filled by the waiter.
I'm going to the next wine festival, Mr. Garcia.
Well, that's a great idea.
English for UABC. Thank you for joining us. Esperamos hayan disfrutado este video. Los esperamos en el siguiente módulo.